What's going on, YouTube? We got another episode of the Dunces Podcast here tonight. This time we're going to talk about something a little different. We got some predictions for you. Some playoff seeding predictions coming in for the 2021-2022 NBA season, 2020-2021 NBA season. We got Isandro. What's good, Isandro? We got Kev. And we got Jordan all here for another pod. Thank you guys for joining. So first things first, I really just want to talk to you guys, ask you guys, who are your top 8 teams to make it to the playoffs? This is including the play-in tournament. So who are the 8 teams that are going to make the playoffs in your opinion? I'm gonna start off with Isandro. I'm gonna go.
Yeah, so right now I'm looking at the teams that were seeded previously. I don't think Toronto is really going to be able to sustain what they were able to do before. They were in second. I think they're going to drop down to, we'll say 7th, actually. That might be a hot take because I have the Nets moving into second place behind the Bucks. Bucks, everybody's got them first for the East, right? So we have the Nets coming in. Then we have, looking at all these teams, I think it's going to be the Heat, then the 76ers. And then from there, I think it's going to be the Wizards. Now that they have Russell Westbrook coming in, I think Russell Westbrook and Bradley Beal are going to be a really good combination. They're going to work really well together. I'm just going to drop down a little bit. And then I see 8th, who's fighting for 8th seed. I think the Hawks can really fight for 8th seed this season. I think so, personally.
All right, so those are your 8 guys. All right. So in mine, so I got Bucks number 1. I got Nets number 2, Celtics number 3, Sixers number 4, 5 I got Heat, 6 I got Raps, 7 I got Wizards, and even then I'm a little iffy with that. I still put Pacers over them. But yeah, Wizards and Pacers. But I did forget about the Hawks, and I would put if I had to take out either Wizards or Pacers for Hawks, I'd take out the Wizards. But all right, that's just me. So, but I'm gonna stick to it. I'm gonna stick with Bucks, Nets, Celtics, Sixers, Heat, Raps, Wizards, and Pacers. So,
that was so fast.
Anybody else? I'm gonna let Kev.
Okay, I got the Bucks coming in at first, and then I believe the Miami Heat, who got way better. Then I think, you know what? I think I got the Celtics, then the Nets, then the Raptors. No, then the 76ers, and then the Raptors. Pacers for number 7, and number 8, I got the Washington Wizards. I think my sleeper pick is the Wizards. The Nets, they're not going to do that great in the regular season, but it's okay. They'll figure it out when it matters.
That's right. I believe that too, to be honest.
Period.
That's for Jordan. What do you think? Who are your top 8?
I'm gonna go through this quickly. I mean, it's not really. I don't think it's a debate, in my opinion. I got the Bucks. I got the Heat. I got the Nets. Then I got the Celtics. Wizards at 5. Then the Raptors at 6. And then 6 Sixers. Magic. I'm not putting, and then I put the Pacers fighting 9, and then I put the Hawks in there at 10.
Okay, all right. So those are our 10.
Oh,
so really,
10. I only went through 8. The rest are irrelevant.
So the only one that actually had the Magic in the playoffs was Jordan. Other than that, we all had basically the same teams, just in different orders, right? Okay.
You know what? The Hawks, though. The Hawks.
Oh, that's right. Isandro had the Hawks.
I like that pick.
Yeah, I kind of forgot about
but
that.
I don't think.
Yeah, I think there's a lot more I think there's still a lot of room to improve, but they did do great signings, and Rondo is probably one of the best. But I'm gonna start off with Jordan real quick though. Why do you think the Magic are gonna make the playoffs over the Pacers?
I mean, Magic overall are just, I think, a better team, better system than the Pacers. I mean, who's their best player right now?
You do not watch basketball if you really honestly believe
best
that.
Player right now?
You have no idea what you're talking about.
Who's the best player on the Pacers?
Sabonis.
Thank you very much. Vucevic is a very underrated center. I think he's very good. Super underrated. He's actually really
all right.
good.
He's good, but
and Fournier, he's also really good.
The
but
Mavs
again,
have no. The Mavs. The Mavs. The Magic.
Who's talking?
Have
Give me
no
a haircut.
space,
Let me know,
bro. They're horrible.
Who?
Let me know. I'll give you a haircut. and it was still a
Magic. But again,
horrible.
the Magic is just a first round team. I just see them making fighting for the
How long was Oladipo out for last year?
half the season,
Most
right?
of the year.
Almost
Till the
half-
playoffs.
He was out at the beginning of the season. He came back, but then he was like
He's out like 3/4 of the
here
season.
and there. And then he came back in the bubble and he did solid, but then he got hurt again. So like he's very inconsistent now.
I think Oladipo did really bad. I mean, he's not a bad player. It's just tough to come back.
He's gonna have a bounce back year.
Yeah. They relied solely on TJ Warren, and he did absolutely garbage.
They did. I don't think that was too smart because he did good for the non-playoff games, but then it was just playoff.
Yeah, once the
Jimmy
playoffs
Butler
played,
happened.
yeah. But no,
But
I think
Malcolm Brogdon. Don't sleep on him, bro. He's so nice.
So good.
He's very good, very good.
So
you know,
good.
even
Numbers
then,
he was
even with
putting up.
Brogdon is he's also very inconsistent. He has been. He was inconsistent last season. So look, I think the Magic is a solid pick for 8. I mean, just to bring him in. But like, look,
Why?
season-
Why? I don't
no,
get it.
Listen,
I don't get it.
They're starting
They
off
have
the
no
season
spacing.
without Jonathan Isaac, who is probably if it's not Vucevic, then Jonathan Isaac is their best player.
Yeah, he's
Great
pretty good,
defender.
but still.
And he's a solid offensive player. But then you got just a bunch of scrubs. Like Fournier, he's solid, but he's not gonna do much.
Nah. Fournier is solid. He's a good. He'll be
Fournier
valuable.
would be solid on another
Third piece on any team.
his talent's being wasted over there in Orlando. Then you got Aaron Gordon,
Yeah,
another inconsistent player.
he sucks.
You got Markelle Fultz, who is young still,
He's
but
not there, but
he'll never be what he.
It would be a feel-good story if he did something.
And then you got like just other random players, like players that don't really mean much to the team. So I don't think the Magic really got much going on. I think Pacers have more, and but we'll see what happens there. But Isandro, what do you got? What do you guys?
I have a question. Who do you guys think the Celtics or the 76ers are going to be better this next season? What do you guys think?
So
think
it
the
all
Celtics.
depends on the.
I don't think Doc Rivers is that great of a coach. Being honest,
That's wild.
bro, he's been unsuccessful so many times, like with too many talented rosters.
You know, in a way, Kev makes
Period.
he makes sense.
Period.
Inside Kevin doesn't watch a lot of basketball, so he makes sense when it comes to like, okay, he might not be the best coach out there because a lot when it comes to the playoffs, he doesn't really like change schemes. Like he goes to what he knows. Another coach that like
The only one
that
that
a lot is
does
D'Antoni, right? But it that doesn't make him a bad coach. I mean, he's helped out a lot of teams, like made them better. And last season, honestly, that really wasn't his fault, I don't think, with the Clippers. But we'll talk about that in another pod. As for who's going to be better, look, Celtics are going to have injuries. Kemba Walker is out for the first few months. So
Why?
he got injured. So now they're relying on Jeff Teague
That
and
sucks.
Marcus Smart to run that offense. They lose.
Marcus Smart is amazing though.
He's not. Marcus Smart, he's
You're
a system player,
crazy.
bro.
He's solid.
Defensively,
crazy.
yeah,
Defensively,
but
he's great. Other than that,
Nah. He had so many good offensive games last year. But even if he doesn't have a great offensive game, like you know what you're getting out of him.
But I look, so the
And
only
plus,
thing about the Celtics is the regular
Other
season.
guys gotta step up.
They won't have Kemba as much, and they won't have Tristan as much because Tristan is also another player that gets hurt a lot. Other than that, Jason
Who
Tatum and
does it?
Jaylen Brown are
That's
great.
a lie. Either way, never mind. They don't have another center. They traded
Yeah,
Cantor.
exactly. They have Daniel Tice, who's 6'8", and he's not gonna bully Joel.
But
Embiid,
he's
right?
reliable. He's solid.
So I think the Sixers are gonna have a better regular season, but when it comes to the playoffs, you know, who knows? Because the Sixers always end up choking. But as for regular season, I say
They're very injury prone.
yeah, I say Sixers over the Celtics.
Mm-mm.
I also say Sixers. One, because of Doc Rivers. Seth Curry is a bucket. Seth Curry, that addition is a great addition. They're gonna elevate. And a big loss, even though he wasn't as effective, obviously because of injury. But Celtics lost Gordon Hayward, who's a solid. He's really that player to elevate your team.
Yeah, especially for a long season.
And they lost.
So I think that just messes up their chances at a title. But I think Sixers are definitely going to be better, 100%.
And they added not one but two shooters. Who's the other guy that they added besides Seth
Danny
Curry?
Danny Green.
Danny Green, right?
Yeah. So
And Ferguson.
God.
yeah,
Dude,
Ferguson.
they almost lost the Lakers in the finals. Anyways, who does the Celtics have as a power forward? Like,
Jason
who is
Tatum.
this?
Jason Tatum starts at power forward for them. Yeah, he's a solid 4 for them because he's
Tatum at the 4 and Hayward at the 3, right?
well, Hayward is gone, so it would be Brown.
I'm saying
No,
before,
I'm talking
that's
about
what it
this year,
was.
fools.
Yeah, this year it'd be the same. So this year their projected starting lineup would be Jeff Teague, Marcus Smart, Jaylen Brown, Jason Tatum, and Daniel Theis.
Okay, you see, that is not smart because you're just putting all your best players in one thing,
Yeah,
one
which would
lineup,
make
and they're
sense if
not gonna.
they started Grant Williams over Marcus Smart. But that's the thing, like they don't really know because of these injuries that they're going through, right? So I say the Sixers over them. But I really want to talk about the Wizards, guys, because like y'all, especially look, I get why Jordan, because that's Russ and that's his guy.
Bro, are you dumb?
The
Like
Wizards suck.
the Wizards won games with just Bradley Beal and some like G League dudes.
They suck.
Imagine what Westbrook
They did not
did
get better,
way
bro.
more with
They-
way less.
Washington was in
And
ninth
just Steven
with just
Adams.
Bradley Beal. Adding Russell Westbrook to that, bro. You having that in the like moving up one seed, bro. Maybe 2 seeds. Come on, man.
But
Yeah.
you know what? I
Like,
think a lot of it
Russell
depends on their
Westbrook,
defense.
That's the thing.
If
Yeah.
you get their defense up, they're good. Because they
Listen,
have the
you
worst
think
defense.
what were the Wizards? They were 9th seed or 10th?
They were 9th seed. They had 25 wins, 47 losses.
And you think about the wins that they had against the teams in the East. The East is
Yeah.
not strong. The East is not strong. And
But they're
we've
a lot
seen
Yeah,
stronger
this
than
year is
Russ,
actually pretty
though.
strong.
and we've seen
This-
what Russ can do single-handedly in the West. And now he's bringing that intensity to the East. So I don't think I mean,
They're
again, like I
already-
said, they're not going to get past the second round, but they're a solid 5-6 in the East.
5-6 seed. Hands.
Russell and
No way.
I'm
Hachimura,
not
whatever.
thinking he's
Rui
gonna-
Hachimura can't defend, but
Hachimura is a buckets.
He can't
They're
shoot.
time buckets. I don't. Tom Dennigan Bryant. He's probably
He's
cheats.
all right.
Yeah.
Nah,
He's all right,
nah,
but he's nothing crazy. But just solely
Bro, he's one of the best shooters. But
Beal-
Davis Bertans.
Beal and
That
Russ is just gonna be unstoppable in
Yeah.
the East. In the East, though,
No.
I'm taking that
They
duo.
they might be the best backcourt, honestly. Forget what I said in the last podcast.
maybe
they
in
are.
the East, yeah, because all the good
They're
backcourts are in the
no.
West.
Period.
They definitely are the best backcourt. Other than that, they got nothing. Davis Bertans the only other player that I trust.
well, we've
Brian,
seen what a good backcourt
inconsistent.
can do, though.
Bryant inconsistent. Hachimura can't play defense. They got Denny Avia, who don't know what he's gonna become. They got Ish Smith, solid backup point guard. They got Troy Brown, who plays defense, can't shoot. They got Mo Wagner, who can't play defense, only shoots. So they got nothing. The Wizards suck, and they'll be a lower seed, I think. But I get what you guys are saying. Russ is bringing a different intensity. They ain't better than other teams out there in the Eastern.
Why don't they sign someone else? Oh, never mind. 40 years to both players. Anyhow.
Then we got the Raps. Let's talk about the Raps. So what do you guys think about the Raptors?
Rather than elite, baby.
They lost 2 guys. They lost Marcus Gasol and Serge Ibaka, but they brought in Aaron Bain, and then that was it. So like they didn't really
They
do
got
much.
weaker.
That's solid. That's really solid.
They didn't really do much. But
I
That's
like it.
solid for like an 8th seed.
I think so, because
are
they
you
got
kidding me,
You
bro?
think Marc Gasol has that big of an impact? You're cabbing.
they didn't get
No.
too much weaker, but
Nick
don't
Nurse
sleep on
is
Pascal,
such an
bro.
underrated coach. If he had more talent on that team, he would
I was
win.
underrated if he has.
He is so good.
Don't sleep on Pascal Siakam, bro. Pascal Siakam, like
Oh,
that's
yeah.
a player I'd rather trust over freaking Russell Westbrook, bro.
Nah,
Like to carry.
Siakam
What
Alright,
did he
so
do
we
in
know
the playoffs?
Jason
busted in the
knows his
playoffs.
What did he do in the playoffs?
Yeah, in the play, but we're talking about regular season.
But
Like
he
right
can
now, we're
come
talking
back.
about regular season. Regular season, Pascal goes.
He was
off.
good for like the first half because he was an MVP. He was in the ball for the first half.
No,
After
he
that,
does great in the.
Yeah,
He
no.
does great in the regular season. Period.
he's solid,
So I
all
think
star.
they'll get a good seed.
Listen, and I
They
love
won't
Kyle
do anything
Lowry.
later.
I love Kyle Lowry, but he's also one of those players inconsistent. So I don't see, especially losing Serge Ibaka, who is also one of their solid pieces, veteran
Whoa,
pieces,
that's true.
and Marcus Gasol is great defensively.
But you know what? They have
he brought a little offense, so I don't,
weird. I
they
like
definitely got worse.
like he if he gets more minutes, he'll ball. He's just like Pascal, but he has more energy. And he's
What are you
just,
talking
just a
about?
little bigger. Chris Boucher.
Oh, Chris Boucher. Yeah, Chris Boucher.
Yeah,
You're
he's
balling.
nice.
Yeah, I like Chris
He's
Boucher.
nice.
Yeah, he's good. He's older though. He's like 28 now.
He's like a young Giannis Antetokounmpo. Real talk.
He's older than Giannis though, so no.
It doesn't matter. That's how he plays.
He's
the
a
energy.
young Giannis, but he's older.
Yeah, no. But yeah,
It's
I
undeveloped.
think
It's
Raps,
raw.
I think Raps are better than
Wait,
Wizards.
how high did you have Raps on your list?
So I had him at 6, so not even that high. Like I just had him at 6 and Wizards at 7.
So
Something like that.
in general, we all got them dropping from second seed. They're not going to be.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh yeah, no, there's no way. They didn't do enough in free agency to
And
be-
everybody else got stronger. And again, with the Nets coming back with KD and Kyrie, it's like automatically that puts them in the top 5 bracket. One of these teams in the top 5 is going to move out just because the Nets are coming in. Automatic.
Yeah, But let's talk a little bit about playoffs though, just because the Bucks, right? The Bucks got Drew Holiday. They weren't able to get Bogdanovich, but they got other solid players off the bench: DJ Augustine, Torrey Craig. Do you guys think that that's enough to do something to make some noise in the playoffs? What do you think, Isandro?
They got Giannis. Right now, I'm just thinking they can go to the Eastern Conference Finals if they do well. I don't see them winning it though, because I mean, like I said, they got Giannis and they had a Drew Holiday. They can definitely make it to the Eastern Conference Finals, and it won't be easy, but it's possible. What do you guys think?
I definitely agree with that because we know Giannis as a player, his work ethic is absolutely amazing, and he gets better every year.
Yeah.
And even his shooting, like he takes threes, like even he'll miss, but he takes them, and he'll make some of them depending on the day. But he's definitely developing his shot. We know what he can do going inside the paint, and adding Drew Holiday.
He's
My boy-
nice, bro. He's good.
Okay, adding Drew Holiday, let's Chris Middleton give him more space.
Oh, I forgot they had Chris Middleton. Bro, Chris Middleton.
Because I felt like last year, Chris Middleton, like he was that scorer, a lot of pressure on him, and we saw that he couldn't really play to the best of his capability. So I think Drew Holiday just gives him that boost, that confidence. So I think they'll do really good.
So
Definitely Eastern Conference.
I think so too.
Finals, Eastern Conference Finals. Yeah, I can see
Oh,
that.
sus, Jordan.
So let's talk about Bogdanovich though real quick, because Bogdanovich has made his way to Atlanta. Isandro was the only one to pick him to make the playoffs. Why do you think the Hawks are going to make the playoffs over the other teams that we mentioned?
You just said Bogdanovich. I mean, he's not the only reason, obviously.
Oh yeah, I forgot he's on there.
Yeah, and you forgot. Yeah. All these things they're adding, and we're forgetting that they have Trey Young.
Nah, you know what? I was thinking they have a way better team, but I was thinking they need better play from their wing players. I was gonna say Cam Reddish, DeAndre Hunter, but hey, Bogdanovich is pretty proven. So
You bet Rondo's gonna make those guys step up.
hopefully,
Yeah, Ronald's definitely going to make them better. I think they're a solid pick to make the playoffs. I think Danilo Gallinari is going to be great for them off the bench. And look,
I'm forgetting about
Danilo
Danilo.
Gallinari.
they
Oh
have-
my
bro,
god, yeah, they're making it.
they have
Bro,
an 11-man roster, bro. Like, look, this is their starting lineup. What I'm thinking, right? So they got Trey Young, Bogdanovich, Reddish, this kid, Collins, and Capella. Then off their bench, bro, they got Rondo, Dunn, Hunter, Gallinari, and Okongwu. Then they even got Kevin Huerter, who isn't even gonna get any minutes. Like, bro, imagine that because
Oh, no.
they already got Chris Dunn and Rondo. Now they might, interchange and all that stuff. But like at the end of it, bro, that's a solid team. I just don't see them making the playoffs just
I
yet.
don't think Chris and Dunn, and Rondo play at the same time though, Jay, because that's no spacing at all.
Yeah,
So no
dude.
way.
You got Gallinari, Okongwu, and what's his face?
Okongwu can't shoot, bro.
No, he can't.
No, he cannot.
Okongwu's a solid shooter. Yeah.
No, he cannot. No, he cannot. No, he cannot.
I
I saw-
disagree.
I mean,
Anyways, that they're not gonna. Honestly, I feel like they're not gonna play Chris Dunn that much, which he has to be okay with because he's not that great. He's good on defense, but
which I feel like would be very
Kevin
important.
Huerter will
and
get
Trae
minutes
Young
because
to
they
play
invest
alongside
in
each
him.
other. Chris Dunn is gonna make Trae Young's life a lot easier if they play alongside each other, defensively,
For
obviously.
sure.
But I still don't see them making it only because I love Lloyd Pierce. I think he's a solid head coach, but I feel like they would need to change a few things in that offense. So I could see them doing significantly better than they did this past season. But I just can't see them in the playoffs over teams that have been established. If anything, I'd kick out the Pacers and put in the Hawks. But I don't
Yeah,
really
that's what
know.
I'm doing. Just because
Yeah.
I feel like it can't. Whatever they did last season, they can't. It's not sustainable, especially with an inconsistent Oladipo. There's no way.
Yeah, it's
So how did they make it last year? I don't
think
understand your
it's
point.
sustainable.
How are they gonna get worse if they have a better team, a healthier team? Like it just makes no sense.
Everybody else got
The only
better
thing that changed
around
was the
them,
coach, which
and they
honestly
barely got better.
he's all right. I mean,
That's facts,
he was all
Isandro.
right. Nate
I
McMillan.
mean,
But the new guy, you never know. He could be the next Nick Nurse. Turn around the franchise for the better.
Wait, you're talking about the Pacers head coach?
Yeah, I don't know his name, but
Nate
Could-
Bjorken? Yeah, you
I
don't
have no
even
idea
know.
who that is. Yep.
Yeah, no, Nate Bjorken, he's solid, but I don't even. No one knows who that is, bro. But look, I think the Pacers will make it I think they'll make it over Atlanta only because they know how to play in the regular season too. Like Sabonis, bro. Sabonis is fire, bro. Sabonis is a solid. He's like Pau Gasol.
He was just injured for the bubble.
When he was soft in Memphis, like that Pau Gasol, that's what I see Sabonis being. But other than that, all I see him doing is AC. Look, they got a starting line of Brogdon, Oladipo, Warren, Sabonis, and Turner. Off the bench, they got Aaron Holiday, Justin Holiday, the kid that was their center last season, Goga, whatever his face is, and some other guys.
Bledsoe.
So they got a solid team, but I just say that they would make it over Atlanta only because they know like what it's like to get there. At the same time, it is a new head coach, so those two are just interchangeable to me. But I think we all have it clear though. Bucks number one, best just out of the question. Atlanta, Isandro believes in them.
yeah, Nets number 2. I don't think
That's
that's
number 2, right? We all said that, I think,
Yeah.
except for Kev, who. Oh, Jordan didn't say it either.
I didn't say I had he had number 2.
You think the
And
Heat
then-
are
Yeah,
gonna be
he is
good?
number
Nets.
2 for sure.
And then the Nets.
So
Really?
why do you say Miami's going to be better in the regular season over the Nets?
Well,
Bro,
I
are you
mean,
dumb?
you see the
Let
young
him
stars.
Let him talk.
You see the young stars that they have, right? And we know that young stars always develop better. We saw what Jimmy Butler can do. He elevated his teammates, and I think the second year is just going to be that, because the first year was like what that little hump year that the players go through, right, to get better, that they struggle with. But we saw they didn't really struggle that much. So Tyler Hero, Duncan Robinson are going to even better this year, working alongside Bam and Jimmy Butler, and defensively way better than the Nets. I'm sorry, but like I said before, the Nets are going to be maybe the best team behind the Bucks offensively in the regular season. But that's 1 and 2 because I think Kevin Durant, Harris, and Kyrie Irving. That's just going to be they're going to be shooting lights out. But defensively, I think that's going to be their major problem because LeVert and Dinwiddie, they don't really complement, KD and Kyrie as well on defense. So that's why I had them at number 3.
I agree
Bro.
with that specifically because the Heat, they're only going to get better from here. Like we saw how far they went, and they're only going to get better. And then they got a bunch of young guys and they know how to win too. We saw how far we saw how far they got last time. And this Nets team, Kyrie and KD, obviously I think they're going to eventually make it work, but they've never played together. So a lot of what we're saying about this Nets team is hypothetical because what if KD comes in from that Achilles injury and he's not the same player? A lot of people are saying that, he's not going to be the same KD. How is Kyrie going to gel? He's been talking a lot of nonsense. How is he going to play on the court, So
We've
there's a
already
lot
seen him on the court,
I think
though.
that team, I personally think that they're going to be doing well, but you can't ignore these questions that.
Bro, we've already seen Kyrie play for the Nets.
But now with KD though, it's completely different. This is a complete new
All right. But I'm just saying.
But I still think they
He plays good.
see, the only reason why I see them fall is because of injuries. Kyrie gets injured a lot. KD obviously he's not gonna play all 72 games. Nash already said it, and just the chemistry that they'd be like lacking a bit. But I could see them ranging from 2 to 5. But at the end of the day, when it comes to playoffs, bro, we're taking it. No cap. Like we're going to the finals, and even if we lose, we'll
I
win.
1000% agree.
Yeah, we're that good. The Nets are. Shout out the Nets, man. The Nets are the best team in the NBA. No, like hands down.
Can't guard us.
Yeah.
Right. So
Facts.
stating facts now. I think Nets underrated teams I would say is the Hawks and the Wizards, and like the what if teams is definitely the Sixers and the Nets, because those are teams that we have to see. Like we know what.
though.
Yeah, we're
So
excited.
the Sixers, I feel like with Doc Rivers, they're definitely going to be elevated. So, but that's a what if. Like, let's see. Hopefully, they're better.
Like,
so.
Imagine a starting lineup of Ben Simmons, a 6'10" point guard. Then you got a sniper in Seth Curry. You got a sniper who plays defense in Danny Green. Then you got a solid power forward in Tobias Harris and your center Joel Embiid. Bro, that's a great starting lineup. Off their bench, there is some room for improvement. I mean, they got Tyrese Maxey, the young kid from what college is the kid?
What you mean, bro?
And then
If anything, that squad is super deep.
They have Matisse Thybulle, which
He's
is
a great.
yeah, actually shot
amazing.
pretty
I
good.
love Thibault.
He shot over like 38%, which is
And
pretty
he's the
decent.
defensive
All they need
monster.
from him because his defense is great.
Yeah.
And they still have Tobias Harris, who is a solid like player. I think he played his best basketball under Doc Rivers.
Yeah.
Doc Rivers will get the best out of him. And so, you know what? I feel like putting the Sixers even higher. But the reason I wouldn't is because of the injuries. Like, someone's bound to get hurt. So,
Yeah, I
sucks.
mean,
Hopefully
that
they're
team,
okay for that.
I feel like they
That's
just
when it
need a
matters.
little bit more firepower off their bench. Like Thibault is a solid player. Like he's actually a great defender. Thibault is one of my favorite players in the NBA. I wish he was on the Nets, to be honest. But Thibault is like that. He's that dude, bro. Like he's amazing. But then it's like, what's next? They got Ryan Broekhoff, who is a good shooter. That's it. They got Tyrese Maxey, young kid.
They have Korkmaz, bro. That guy, when he catches
Yeah,
fire, he catches fire. Bro, in one
everybody
game, he
catches
scored
up.
like 10 threes.
Kork-
You know what that is? Not
Bro, I
even
do
your
that.
wildest
I do
dreams,
that all the time,
Jason.
bro. Look, Korkmaz is not that good, bro. Korkmaz,
Bro,
he's
when he
annoying.
catches fire, oh my God. And his teammates trust him. And with Ben Simmons running point, he going to feed him. I believe. You know what? I think the only team that could honestly beat the Brooklyn Nets is the Sixers, a healthy Sixers squad. Bucks will give them a little trouble because of Drew Holiday, and that's it.
I don't know about that, to be honest, bro. But, I mean, you know what? It makes sense.
Nobody else.
Maybe the Heat.
I feel like Jordan made
I don't know.
it really, like, he made a really good point. We have to see the Nets and Sixers play before we're actually able to say like real things about them, because we don't know. We don't know how well Seth Curry is gonna mesh, you know. Even though he's definitely gonna play great. I mean, he played great alongside Luka. Obviously, he's gonna play great alongside this kid Ben Simmons. So there's a whole lot to like really digest into the Eastern Conference. I feel like we have our top 6 kind of the same, maybe even top 7. It's just that 8th seed, and I feel like that's always the same thing with the Eastern Conference. Like it could be Bulls. Bulls is another team we didn't talk about. I feel like the Bulls, they're gonna make a massive leap this season. Not that much, but to the point where Zach LaVine,
Why?
like he's on a mission now. He's happy.
Yeah, I agree. I see them I see them bumping up to the 11th seed, so I agree with that.
I can see them at 10. I see them at 10.
They were in 11 seed last year.
But no, if they're if they're a 10 seed though, yo, like that's very important, because if there's a play-in tourney and you got them going up against the Wizards, bro, I'm taking the Wizards. But I mean, you could see Bulls winning. You could see the Bulls winning though. So you never know. And then Charlotte is not gonna be good. The Cavs are gonna be terrible. So like there are teams that we just don't care about. They're at the bottom. They'll get lottery picks for sure. But as for right now, I think the 8th seed is the only team that we're all like fluctuated about. But that doesn't matter, because at the end of the day, we're waiting for the NBA season to start. We're excited. And just want to say that I'm so glad that the Knicks weren't mentioned until now, because the Knicks suck. We just saw them win today in the preseason.
We didn't talk about the Knicks. We didn't talk about we briefly talked about the Cavaliers. We didn't even talk about Detroit.
Yeah,
can talk about the
Pistons suck. They're not even.
They're not even worth mentioning.
You know what? If I'm the Wizards, I'm trading.
Bro, a healthy Blake Griffin though.
If I'm the Wizards, I'm
agree.
trading Blake Griffin, bro.
When is he healthy?
Yeah, he was healthy that one
what we
season.
just
That's
said.
it. But I think we could end off the pod tonight with those things in mind, unless anybody else has something else to say about the Eastern Conference, which I doubt.
Any more cap?
Other than
No.
defensive struggles that the Nets are gonna have, probably as bad as the defense has Kevin's haircut, but you know we can talk about that in a different podcast.
He's hiding it.
On that note, we're gonna end the podcast. Thank you all for joining. Please like, subscribe, and hit that like button. Jordan, Isandro,
slap that like button.
we appreciate.
You gotta punch it, bro.
I appreciate you guys for joining here tonight. I know it's a little late, but thank you guys. We'll see y'all in the next episode with the West predictions. Thank you guys. Have a good night.